Alright, so Cloud Atlas. I was looking forward to this film. I loved how it was six stories in one. It kind of reminded me of The Fountain, even though it is a rare type of film. But I was still looking forward to it. I like anthology films. So yeah, Tom Hanks and Halle Berry, they play multiple different characters, and I thought they did a good job for the most part. And this movie, not everyone is going to like this movie. It's either a love it or a hate it movie. I don't think it's the best movie of the year. It's not my favorite, but I did enjoy it quite a bit because it did get me thinking after I saw it. Like it's one of those movies you can't really get out of your mind once you see it. And this is what this type of movie is. It's 3 hours long. Some people have considered it an epic. I don't think it's a masterpiece or anything, but I do think it is a really good movie for the most part. Some scenes it can be there are some flaws in it. There are some parts where the characters, the way they talked, like the slave story. There's a story, I won't spoil it, but it has to do with the slave, a black slave, and this man. I'm not going to spoil what happens in it, but there are some scenes where I couldn't really understand what they were saying due to how they're talking. It can be a little bit dull at parts. And it sometimes, even though I was expecting this, it is a little bit too messy at parts, which is what some people have been saying that. And I agree, it can be a little bit messy at parts, but sometimes there's almost too much stuff going on all at the same time. Because this film, don't expect it to be like this. Past, present, future, like one at a time type thing, because it's not. This film from beginning to end just goes everywhere. It's crazy. There's so many stuff happening in this movie. Literally the minute it starts, there's so much stuff going on, and the minute it starts, there's so much stuff going on, and continues that way for the next 3 hours, pretty much. This movie is 2 hours and 52 minutes, which is near 3 hours, and it didn't feel super, super, super long. At one point, I thought it was going to end, because there's a scene where Tom Hanks is on a plane, and he's talking about how we're all connected and stuff, and I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it feels like the movie's going to end. I was like, wow, that flew by for a 3 hour movie, but then it just keeps going for a while, and it didn't feel too long, but it was fine. It is a really good movie. The writing is good for the most part, and usually have no problem with a ton of stuff going on, depending on what it is. But it can be a little bit messy at parts. But overall, it is a pretty good movie. Not everyone is gonna like it. There's some people who are probably not gonna care for it, and it's not my favorite movie of the year, but it's probably gonna make somewhere in my best list. So see this movie, and it is very different from a Hollywood movie. This feels like something independent or foreign movie would do. But this cost $100 million to make. And yes, I know it's based on a book, but still, this movie is produced by Warner Brothers. Actually, it is an independent film, but it's produced by Warner Brothers. And it's made by the Wazowskis who made The Matrix. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. It is bombing so far. It's made 9 million. I do hope it's making its budget back because it is a risky film for Hollywood, and I kind of like it when they do that. I'd rather have this than another remake. And I heard it's very popular book in China, so maybe it'll make its budget back there. I don't know. But see it if you're in the mood for it. Not everyone's going to love it, but if you're up for this movie, see it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of